Hey everyone, welcome to this day. Let's start this first. So your fingers interlink. Just loose wrist, so you circle, and then we circle the ankle as well. Doing circles both directions. Good luck coordinating that. Then change your side. The other way. Then aeroplane propellers, so we're just keeping the elbows around about shoulder height and just gently circling the other way. Then your feet together, squeezing the knees together. Then pushing the knees apart. Then circle. The other way. Coming up, arms come up, interlock over your head, stretching up, so gentle stretch, pelvis tuck under. So when you do this, people often arch their back, it's very common, so you want to keep the pelvis tucked under a little bit and a sense of reaching up without arching back, and it may mean your shoulders are out in the front, that's totally fine. Then from here, so way to make this, I'm thinking about making a circle with my shoulder joint. So I'm circling here, or you can think about the wrist circling, but it'll make circles in the ribs, then the other direction. Lifting up again and open out. Lean over to the side. As you do this, you'll feel the stretch go down through the side here. Reach through this heel on the same side. Reaching down through the heel, it'll give you a stretch through the whole line. Breathing in, breathe out. Stretch down through the heel of the opposite side. So stretching down through here, heavy heel. Make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart, otherwise it feels a little bit hard to do. Press through the heel, get that stretch over. Breathe in, breathe out. And lean back, pull the arms down, twisting. So you'll feel this more towards the middle of the back. Pop one hand on your head, other one on your back, turning. And just comfortable breathing in and out through the nose. Other side. Both hands on your head. Feel your elbows go back. And I'm driving the movement with this elbow over here. So I'm trying to really get that elbow to come around behind me as I twist. Other elbow will come around behind me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just notice as you rotate, as I'm rotating this direction, I feel the pressure go to the outside edge of my foot and more to the inside edge of this foot. As I turn this way, the pressure naturally goes outside edge here, inside edge here. But we don't want to lose the tripod. But it's a normal way for the body mechanics to move. Then your hands here, about your middle of your chest or bottom of the sternum level, just rotate. this is all working on ribs mainly. So just relaxed breathing is all we need. And from here we side bend, so the arms stay with your body, so you're bending pretty much from this level here, bend, and then from here the arm goes up, other one goes down, good, and then stretch apart, so you're not going backwards, stretching up with the elbow, down with the other arm, bend, you get to your max bend with your torso, and then the arms add extra, you try to get them vertical, may not do it yet, but over time. And then we stretch apart, feel like you're going up and down, back to center. Bend first, then add more with the arms. This will affect the upper few ribs. Stretch. Just one more either side. Bend. Extra with the arms. Breathe in, breathe out, bend, breathe in, breathe out. So popping your left hand on your chest, the hand hangs around this area here, bending the knees, bending the hips, sinking into the quad like we usually do. Start driving this from the waist, so the elbow is making the circle, the waist is driving that circle. And you're really disengaging your shoulder tension. So you're aiming to make the movement come from your belly. So the waist turns, bring the elbow around. The waist turns, brings it back through. We're just using about 70% effort here. Going into whatever range, still feels comfortable. We're not going into massive range where you really have to wind things up here. We don't want to do that. I've got my hand on my belly so I can feel, is my waist turning? Is it turning with the elbow or not? Then we've got the rise and fall. So as the elbow goes up, there's a rise with the legs, not straightening out though. As the elbow descends at the back, there's this like an inner sigh, but a sense of everything sinking to the legs, into the belly here. And there's a natural push with the legs as the elbow rises. So letting the inside of the body relax. So at this point here, really loose with the arm. If I hit my hand, the arm hangs loose, shoulder hangs loose. So the side gives me a bit of a stoop, so I'm not like this. I'm like it's been a hard day. So it's a close of the abdomen, it's a close of the chest. Then I just stand up straight here. I'm not going back, we're just going straight. Okay, we get the other way. So we get the elbow circling first with the waist. Waist turns. Elbow goes right down the center. So what that means is I'm not just circling out here where I'm not covering the center, and it doesn't mean that I'm crossing the center here either. So I just circle enough to get it right down the middle line of my nose. The waist turns, hooks the elbow around. Waist turns, bring the elbow back around to the front. And as my elbow descends, that sink, elbow rises, rising up. Okay, change your side. So we're circling backwards first. Again, get that arm connected with the waist. Waist turns, drives the arm. And sinking into the legs as the elbow drops. Sink into abdomen, into the feet. Push with the legs, elbow comes up. And really loose with the arm. And the other way. So as you do this, and maybe when you first start this, you get really fatigued up through the traps, into the shoulders even. That's just the body's trying to figure out how to disengage those muscles. So it's driven by the waist. And so I could do this for literally hours with no sense of fatigue. So just the body's just moving well. And I'm not trying to force positions. Okay, both your hands now, so you give your arms a rest if you need to. Then both your hands on the chest. So the pelvis will tuck under a little bit, so just a consequence of your sinking, but also there's that bit of a stoop and close. So what's it mean, open and close here? If I do this, I'm open the chest, and if I relax here, it'll spread the back. So I'm not trying to use muscle to go like a bodybuilder. I'm just relaxing here. I'm relaxing between my shoulder blades, and it just gets the shoulders to naturally sink forward, fall forward. I want that. And this part here has gone and connected in. So there's this open and close here. So we use that for all the training. It's just really obvious in this exercise. So I'm pushing with my legs. I'm opening from here, just standing up to be straight. Double elbow back. Back into this position. Push with the legs, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. So focus on big circles with the elbows, then the sink, everything sink to the ground, into the dantian here. As I come forward, the elbows push forward as well, so it makes you feel like you have more of a stretch in your back too. So I'm pushing forward gently with the elbows, circling back. the other way, push with the legs, straightening the body, elbows forward, that sense of a bit of a stretch forward with the elbows. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, out. So again, as I do this sigh here, and it's closed, what it is not is me bowing forward. So that's all movement from here. I'm staying sort of upright from here, staying upright, but I'm just stooping forward. So I've made it really obvious. My back here goes back there. So there's this curve here, exactly like what your mama said not to do when you're sitting in the chair. So there's that curve. So I'm just making it bigger, but there's that sense of arch in the spine, which connects the spine especially for rotational power. And just one more. Just bring your awareness to the dantian. Anything that's risen, tense, let it settle, relax. So we just do some quad squats. So your feet are a little bit turned out, about shoulder width. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze as hard as you can without pushing your body forward like this. So we're staying straight through the body but squeezing the bum. Let it off. Nice relax. Bit of a twist in the feet. All the way up the leg. Squeeze. Really get the feeling of the glutes firing here. Let it off. And again, squeeze, twist, squeeze. Let it off. So we do some quad squats. Giving awareness and feeling in the tripod and the foot the whole time. Letting the body relax downwards. So my chest here is even closed, so I'm not like this the whole time. I'm so sense of sink through here. So keeping that position, it stimulates the Ren channel. So energy moving downwards through the body here promotes a massive amount of calm in the body. So you're just going to where your body is able to do. You feel tense, see if you can relax that area. And when you relax it, often you can go a little bit further. And if you can't go further or can't relax, that's just where you hang out for the day. It's totally fine. Honor that. Don't hold your breath. Ideally, breathing in and out through your nose here. And as you can see, there's a natural lean forward with my body. With the arms lift up, pushing out with the wrist, stretch between the shoulder blades, arms descend with your body. So lifting my arms, I'm not lifting here, not lifting the shoulders up. Arms come up, press forward. I feel this stretch through the back as I do this. Just a little bit of a stretch. Connection is probably the better word. Connecting through the back. So this movement, it allows the spine to start to do movement for issue of spinal force or wave power through the spine, where there's no waist rotation, but it's through the spine. So what that would look like would be here. And I'm just showing you with the actual movement, which means I'd be, if someone was grabbing on my arms, could use that to project power out. But usually that's used for tiger push. Could be double punch, could be single punch, that it's not using spine. But yeah, so we've got this idea of push here. And that's coming from that feeling of the spine being involved in this part. And of course the connection with the legs that comes from this practice. So there's a specific way to make that force I just did. There's no need to try to copy right now. If you don't get it right, you can reverberate your head too much. And it doesn't feel very nice, you get headaches. People with already neck issues can really stir it up. We just get this movement happening first. We're still linking, connecting the spine and the legs in everything we're doing. Closing there, so 3 times. Awareness through your body, letting anything sink that's risen down to your feet. Letting the weight come a little bit forward into the balls of the feet. I dedicate the entire merit of this practice to the enlightenment of all beings, in all places, in all times. May this be a gift to you and to the world.